In the early hours of the 31st of August 2025, Afghanistan awoke to devastation. The earth itself shook violently, as if tearing apart the fragile foundations of life. A magnitude 6.0 earthquake struck the eastern provinces, and in its wake it left ruin, silence, and unbearable grief. Across the country, more than 2,000 lives were lost. Entire families perished in moments. Villages that had stood for generations crumbled into dust. The cries of the injured, the sobs of children, and the wails of mothers echoed through the valleys, carried on the wind like a haunting reminder of human fragility. Among the hardest hit was a village few outside Afghanistan had ever heard of, Yaar in Kunar province, home to nearly 12,000 people. That night, it became the epicenter of sorrow. 1,000 families were affected. More than 1,300 souls were lost. The ground split open, homes collapsed, and the heartbeat of an entire community seemed to stop. This is where Dr. Azam Badar Khan, known to many as Dr. Ni, chose to go. When news of the earthquake reached him in Dubai, he did not remain still. He immediately reached out to the Afghan Ambassador in the UAE. He established contact with a local partner, the Yaar Foundation, an organization trusted within Afghanistan for its grassroots humanitarian work. Together, they began planning. Within 2 weeks, despite the risks, the arrangements were made. And so on a Sunday morning, Dr. Azam boarded a flight bound for Kabul. From the air, the mountains of Afghanistan stretched like an endless wall, sharp and unforgiving. As the plane descended into Kabul, a sense of urgency weighed heavy. This was not just a visit. It was a mission of compassion, a journey to witness the suffering firsthand and to bring with him whatever hope he could carry. But Kabul was only the beginning. The real challenge lay ahead, the road to Kunar province. From Kabul, Dr. Azam traveled east toward Jalalabad. The road was long, winding, and treacherous. At times, the path clung to the edge of mountainsides, with sheer drops into roaring rivers below.
We are in the region of Kunar, and as you can see, the condition of the roads and the houses, all these small villages, most of the houses are collapsed and people have been vacated. And you can see the tents also in those areas, which people are living there. So it's a bad condition. Just show the condition of the road, how it's just after 10 days of earthquake, 10-12 days, still they are trying to mend it, otherwise it was in a bad shape. It's difficult to take the car also here.
Convoys of trucks struggled to pass, dust and smoke filled the air, and the constant presence of military checkpoints reminded him of the fragility of peace in this land. Hours passed, 6 long hours of rough terrain, broken roads, and endless uncertainty. Finally, he reached Yaar. The sight before him was heartbreaking. Entire clusters of homes flattened. Families huddled in makeshift tents of cloth and plastic. Children with dust-covered faces wandered barefoot, some searching for parents they would never find again. Elderly men sat in silence, their eyes vacant, staring at the rubble that once held their memories. Mothers wept over graves hastily dug in the rocky soil. Dr. Azam walked among them. He listened, he comforted. He witnessed their pain not as a distant observer, but as a human being who carried their grief in his own heart.
Many families, I think we can move around. You can come. How many families in this Yaar area or Assalamu alaikum?
Last time we came here and we asked.
Even we can see those houses also on the hilltop, which are damaged. So yeah, approximately
more than 1,000 families are affected here in Yaar.
1,000, more than 1,000 means how many people in total?
How many people? So كسر التجوان كولا. تقريبا 12,000 people live here
in this
town.
1,000 family means
roughly 8 to 10. More than 1,000 are affected.
Yeah.
2,200 people are dead in
1,200 people are dead in this
oh.
village
Yeah,
itself, or the whole area.
in whole area in Mazar
You were saying Mazar Dara. You were saying that there is one place called Sohail,
Sohail.
which is beyond. That is also badly affected.
Yes, that's also badly affected. If you want to see the homes,
Yeah, maybe. We'll go. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, doctor.
So we'll go and see the houses.
Yeah,
and,
we'll see the houses.
as we can see that the whole area is badly in need of help, and here I am with my friend Mr. Israr and Mr. Bilal. Walaikum salam. So inshallah we will be doing our best. This is our survey that we are doing it here, and we'll carry on. So we'll just see. So the whole village of 12,000,
Yeah.
20% of the people have died here,
Dead here, yeah.
and they have been buried here itself.
Yeah,
in the
they
graveyard.
have a graveyard. We will see the graveyard too. You see these houses?
This is
They're all
badly-
collapsed. And
So
nothing
ne-
left.
How
Farming. How will they
farming.
manage to make their houses?
Make the houses? Whatever they would have made, they would have done it over the
Over the
years,
Yeah, maybe
saving little
4
bit
or
from
5
the
from their
yeah.
savings. 4 or 5 years.
So definitely they will need a bit of push to. I think all the equipment required for the building, they will get it from around the area itself. But
As a Yaar organization, we are here to implement, to do our best to help people, to do their needs. So if I not help, if you not help, who will help?
Definitely.
So as you can see that around us, can you show that place as well? So it's already damaged. People are suffering, devastating. So now they're living in tents. So we need people to come and give us their hand and donate us. Thank you so much.
That first day in Wadir, he met with the community leaders. They spoke of their losses, their fears, and their desperate needs. They had survived the shaking earth, but now they faced hunger, thirst, and disease. Winter was coming, and with it, the threat of snow that would trap them in this misery. On the second day, Dr. Azam traveled onward, this time to Nangarhar. He met the provincial medical director. Together, they walked through the facilities, seeing firsthand the limitations and the courage of the local staff. Later, he visited the Nangarhar Divisional Hospital. Inside its crowded wards, he met patients injured in the quake, broken bones, untreated wounds, infections setting in. He spoke with Afghan orthopedic doctors, men and women working tirelessly with the few resources they had. They welcomed him not just as a foreign visitor, but as a fellow surgeon who understood the weight of responsibility when lives hang in the balance. On the third day, Dr. Azam traveled back to Kabul, where he was received by His Excellency, the Health Minister of Afghanistan. The meeting was solemn yet hopeful. Together, they discussed the immense challenges facing the country and the possibilities of building stronger systems with the help of international experts. Through these encounters, Dr. Azam and his partners identified 5 urgent priorities. First, food supply. Thousands had lost everything. Without immediate food aid, families would starve. The Yaar Foundation, alongside NGOs, had already begun distributing raw food packs twice weekly, each pack feeding a family for days. But road access remained difficult, and inflation threatened to make even basic supplies unreachable. Second, water. Clean drinking water had become scarce. Wells were damaged. Rivers were polluted. Without intervention, waterborne diseases would soon claim as many lives as the earthquake. Bore wells and small filtration systems could be introduced, with local communities maintaining them. But this required technical surveys and urgent support. Third, medical services. Emergency care was possible, but advanced surgery was out of reach. Local doctors worked day and night, but they lacked equipment, medicines, and training. The feasibility was medium-high for emergency care, but low for specialized high-tech treatment. To build resilience, international doctors needed to be brought in, to train, to share expertise, and to stand with their Afghan colleagues. Fourth, shelter and housing. For now, tents and temporary shelters provided a fragile protection. But with winter approaching, snow would crush these makeshift homes. Short-term solutions were feasible. Long-term rebuilding would require funds, planning, and solidarity. Families did not need promises for tomorrow. They needed roofs for tonight. Fifth, psychosocial support. The wounds of the body could be seen, treated, and bandaged. But the wounds of the mind and spirit were deeper. Children who had watched their parents die. Mothers who had buried their children. Elderly men who had lost entire generations of family. Basic outreach was possible. Listening, counseling, being present. But addressing the deeper trauma would be harder. And beyond these five, there remained the needs of education and livelihoods. Without schools, without work, the future would remain as broken as the present. This mission was not about statistics. It was about people. People who had lost everything yet still clung to hope. Dr. Azam had not come alone. Behind him stood his community in the United Arab Emirates, supporters, colleagues, and friends who had joined hands with him for natural disaster relief time and again. From the earthquakes of Turkey to floods in India, to the global pandemic, his work had always been strengthened by those who believed in compassion without borders. Now, through the partnership of Let's Walk Again with Dr. Ni and the Yaar Foundation, the seeds of recovery were being planted in Afghanistan. The road ahead is long. The challenges are immense. But what Dr. Azam witnessed in those days was not just destruction. He witnessed resilience. He witnessed the unbreakable spirit of a people who refused to surrender. In the rubble of Wadir, a boy picked up a book from the ruins of his school. In the hospital in Nangarhar, a young doctor continued to treat patients despite exhaustion. In Kabul, the health minister spoke of building not just systems, but futures. And in every tear, in every embrace, in every hand that reached out for help, there was a reminder that humanity is strongest when it walks together. This is not just Afghanistan's tragedy. It is the world's responsibility, and it begins with us, choosing to see, to care, and to act.
Let's Walk Again with Dr. Ni.